Okay. Coming in. Hello, welcome to Thursday. It's LightWarriors. Okay, my heart's high. The net high. Welcome back, Amy. Good to hear from you. The trip was nice and fine. Okay. Jody, Fire Heart saying hi to Amy. Good, great. You guys are joining in. Good timing. Okay. So we're using that energy. So the lightsaber itself, okay. I'll talk slow. So for you to get energy, that's people like blah 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 or whatever. We're trying to cut those ties. The whole island itself is kind of, I don't know. This whole week has been kind of laggy. Like I say something real fast again. So, no. Okay. We can run nice and smooth. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So I'll keep this nice and quick. Not that I'll return it or put another video by itself. All right. And we're slicing, and we use a saber using a light. I want you to help it through. Okay. So that's your element of air. Okay. When you get an element of air, it's expanding out. Okay. Expanding out. So the element of air is expanding. Okay. Okay. So now, if you do like a regular thrust, you're going through here. So this is a jab, smaller. So using the energy center, and you just tap and tap. Okay. Now you see the light is pushing through, right? Push, push. Okay. And then when we extend and we go out, okay. See the hand? This is how you say? This is a small to push forward. Okay. Then if I extend the arms, see the waist turn, and then I should go farther out. Okay. And then the hand, if it does go back, it's the expanding, yeah. So if I go out, okay. And this is here, but in order to watch the range, yeah, to go off the screen, yeah. Okay. So that's pushing through, okay. Push the energy. Okay. So with the light on, it's giving a better visual. Okay. So find that visual point on the wall or anything, and then you can go. So now let's add the drawback. So we're gonna really focus on these techniques, and then we can see if we can we'll move on to the new set. Okay. So you're gonna bring it back. So this is your drawback. And this is your high. 4, 4, and 4. Same thing with the other side. So right side, 4, left side, 4, right side, 4, left side, 4. Okay, I'm gonna add the stance. So watch me sit back. So draw back one side and other side. Okay? You can see this pull back, 4 and 4. Up and up. So you might wondering the height. The height is just above the head, just a little bit. Yeah? You can either use this as redirecting. Okay, see that? Slight little slice. So I'm drawing at me. I'm moving towards the side and giving. And my hand is already out. Okay. So it's like my hand is out. So let me do something real big, and I try to move all the way, and something's coming at me. I'm already. It is the pullback. It becomes the slice. Yeah. The drawback becomes the slice. So keep in mind, a lot of the form or the technique, there's always more than one side. So don't hold on to one way only. There's always more than one way to practice. Okay, so keep that in mind. So that's our drawback. Now we draw back low or back to the waist. This is here, here. Might look like you kind of you're rolling the boat there. So you can inhale and exhale. Again, visualize. You see your light pull shift forward. Pull shift forward. Let me go up. See that? And it doesn't matter the leg, you can always switch it over. Okay. Pull back low and out. Then you come back in, inhale and forward, exhale. Okay. So we get in the draw back really nicely. Add the lead, so it's like the front of the tip. Visualize your energy down. See that? And you're gonna bring it up. So nice circle, and then you see the tip goes down, and then you go towards the other side. Circle over and get down. Okay. So that's how it looks like when I move those. Okay. And when I go farther back, watch the stance. You can go like this. So at the beginning, you can feel, it's okay, you can feel the big movement. Just watch your ceiling and then come down and come forward. Okay? Make sure to practice. There'll be a test later. Yeah? So you learn the next form, everything will come into place. Yeah? So it's like the waterfall. You go in over, that's what the falls. Okay. So if something was in the way, so it's like this is the way. I'm going over here. Oh. This can be used to redirect when I come down and redirect. Yeah. And then I go over. Boom. Yeah. Alrighty. And talking about going over, let's do we go over here. See this? I'll do one hand. So we're doing straight from here. Okay. And then say that you bring your arms up and then over, and it's like you're doing a front dive. Okay. Looks kind of weird, but it's like when you play that tag. Remember playing that? And somebody wants to touch you, and then you move back. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Of course, this is for the lower part most of the time, or down here, right? So I'm moving back. Okay. Something's coming, so I'm moving. Okay. Now what happened is when I'm going back, okay, I'm going over. So if I was doing it quick, it might look like this. Okay. you're just doing it as an exercise and feeling the motion, you just take your time. You get a nice stretch out. So that's what this is. That's one way. Go over the fall and point. Yeah. And you can feel it. You can exaggerate to feel the motion. You inhale, come over and out. Okay. So you should feel the pull back and out with the shoulder, just stretching out. Stretch. So it looks weird, but be very useful. So the idea and the feeling of it is, when you something moves and you're like, oh, okay, or you just flinch or try to get out of the way. You're doing that, but now you're giving something to do with your hands. Now it gives you a reason like, whoa, I sit back, I fall back. But the hands come in like this. Since we're focusing on the thrusting, this is the thrust way. Yeah? You can also come in like this. Focusing on the upper, the pointing. Yeah? Everything we're doing now is really focusing on pushing through. Okay? So the pointing, the thrusting, the jabs, because we're working up to our second set. Yeah? And the second set is really focused on just moving forward and back. So we go. And of course, we know the pointing. The pointing is easy. You just take the sword, take the saber, point, point. So again, from outside, if nobody knows anything about the sword, this might look kind of silly because it's like, what are you doing? It's broken. Yeah? So again, this is also not just coming in. You can file down to, or you come in so that you touch the target, and then you dip in, dips in. Again, just like the other touch, you be like this, and then you go over to that. So the intention is all here. So this is nice. You just put like this, and that's our pointing. Boom. Boom. So since you're focusing on that, we'll do the file. So the file looks like how you might point, okay? But it's going to follow through now. So it goes in, and then it pushes out. Okay, so how should I explain that? So you go chi. But then you notice how it follows through now. So it's like it goes in. Boom. But now it rides it up. Okay. See that? So there's a shoot. So it can press down and bounce up. It can go right over like this. And it goes through. Okay. This technique you'll see a lot, even in the especially with the Chinese sword, because of they call it the phoenix wings. Because it flaps, yeah. It goes like that. Okay. Don't have to go fast, I'm just showing. So once you get comfortable to that, and again, you can play with it. Just showing you. And it doesn't have to be all down. Be that angle. Okay. Can you see it? Yeah, you can just play and go slow. Yeah, there you go. So hope you're all grasping all this the techniques piece. As much as you can, you just get it down and get comfortable to it, and then you can let the saber come through, and then you can flow. And then when we do the next set, it'll be so much faster and easier. Yeah. Otherwise, you just practice it, practice it. All right, let's move on. Okay. Again, if you just found us now, you can always do this every Thursday, 5:30 our time. You can always look on the playlist too, and you can always rewatch it after. If you have any questions, you can always ask on the comments too. Yeah. Um, so again, we did the file, we did the pullback, the jab, the thrust, the extend, the lead. Okay. We did our point. Okay. Down in the order. Okay. So let's focus on the wrist right now. Okay. So this one takes a while, but it's okay. And it's not about fanciness, but it's getting the looseness in the wrist. Okay. So you're not gonna stand here forever and start rolling. Okay. But we're getting the looseness of the wrist, so we're practicing. Okay. So what's happening is, you see here, and we're circling, and we're gonna try to keep the point focused forward. And this part is the part that's pivoting or turning, yeah? So if I'm this way and it's forward, okay, see this? And I'm trying to get the saber in the front to stay still. Okay. So this part is circling, and I'm not doing this. Okay. See this? I'm trying to get this. So if I'm forward, I'm trying to get the wrist to turn more. Okay. So it's a wrap. I'm probably gonna have to do a video by this by itself, and I'll try to get a uh, maybe I can put in dummy out or something so you can really see this technique. Okay. Now with this, let's go forward and back. What I mean by forward is I want to extend. Oh, yeah. And when I come back, I want to draw it back. Okay. So we can go one direction and back. So when I go forward, I'm gonna go clockwise. And when I drop back, I can go counterclockwise. I'll go here and back. Here and back. Here and back. Here and back. Okay. All right, I'll show you those first, and then that one takes more longer to really get the hang of it. So don't worry, you're doing the right thing. That's how I'm supposed to feel. You're supposed to feel like, am I doing it correct or not? Oh, it's fine, yeah. It's called learning techniques. Okay. Just remember, we all gotta start somewhere, and we start to learn, and then we add more to our techniques, and we grow in that. So as soon as somebody else, maybe you see somebody, if you're in the class and you start to learn the techniques, and then somebody new comes in and look at you like, oh, you've been doing it for a long time, or maybe you was there for a month or 2 months, but depending on your practice and how you practice. Okay. So again, the saber is our focus point. Use the light, get a visual. It enhances the feeling, yeah, like Okay, you can use one hand, you can use the two hands, and really circle and feel the circle, and then switch the other way. You have a nice workout for this one, yeah? And we pull, you can go forward, and then you go back. Okay. And it's okay if it's all over the place, but it's not this now. Okay. This is something else. We're trying to get the technique. So we're trying to get this back part to wrap. And see how my front of the saber is trying to stay still? It's not moving as much. Okay, so it's going to be a quick wah or boom. Okay. And if you so happen was in our class and you saw me demonstrating that the chasing wrist, and the person was following the wrist, and you chasing their wrist, and chasing your wrist, so you're doing it at the same time. Okay. Alrighty. That's water. Make sure as much as possible water is such a good thing, yeah. Might not feel like it, but you always gotta keep yourself hydrated. The most best thing, right? Cleanses out the system. Okay. Even if you're drinking a lot of other liquids, you still need that water just to flow. Okay. Okay. So how far where are we at? That we did this, we did the sparring. Okay. How about we'll start off with just a little peek to get you started with the second set. But I know I can start doing that next week. Okay. Uh, let's do one more thing. So this is our heel, yeah. And a lot of times when we doing the sword or saber, everybody's focused on the saber. Okay? And you forget about this part. So even when we're doing a drawback, this becomes the focus point too. So if you went like this and something's here, now I'm using this. Okay? So it's like you're knocking on the door. Boom. So even if I go like that, okay, and you notice the slice, okay. But if I continue through, I'll go this other thing. See this? Now notice this part. Boom, boom. That's the focus point. Hill. Okay. So the beginning of our the second set or second form, you're really starting off here, yeah. Just give you a little peek there. You're holding your sword here. It's the hill. And you know what you can't you shouldn't see, right? So it's like a hidden shadow technique, or you can just say hidden technique. Okay? If I come up, I'm already going into the sword finger. Okay? See that? Boom. Using this. So you're going like that. Now, the interesting thing is, I'm sure you hold your if you had your umbrella or anything, you hold your umbrella and you might hold it in when it's dry. So you have that tip, okay? So you have the stick or anything. Boom. Okay, so it's going in here. So the beginning of the second form, okay, starts off like that. You center, and then you go straight out. Okay? Now keep this in mind when you're easy to see, easy to see. Hard, hard to see it. Because something comes straight point, it's very hard to see. So they coming in. See the hand? Boom. Boom. Okay. So this is going to be the one right here. So it comes out. Now watch the number two. The next movement. You bring it in. This is all one technique. So we one, and then you're gonna draw it in. See all the hidden? Boom. Boom. So you just focus. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then let's do this here. So you can grab onto the saber, okay, turn on, and extend. Okay. So I bring it in. Okay. Bring it under, grab, and then extend. Boom. Okay. Out, back, boom. Grab, extend. So in a way, the second form is going to be really about the bump and the thrusting. So you notice all the techniques we've been focusing is pretty much going forward. Okay. And what we were learning before, all the angles, and all of that is like the element of air. Okay. So you really kind of focus on the four corners. So we're trying to protect here and the bottom side. So 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. So the defense is the most, that's the beginning part, the four corner of defense. So that's what we learned in the first set, first four. The second one, with the techniques all is forward. So even our basics, with our angles is 1, thrust, 2, thrust, 3, thrust, 4, thrust, 5, thrust, 6, thrust. That's all the angles. 7, thrust, 8, thrust. Okay. So you are all ready to move on. Okay. You can always rewatch, get those techniques down, feel comfortable, and we move on. Okay. Everything is about going forward now. So your lightsaber going through, back and through, back. And notice the drawback. Okay. All righty. I believe you did everything. All right. So again, any questions? Even if you catch this on the video later on, you can always ask questions on the comments. Okay. Those joining me tomorrow, Friday morning, we're doing the fan. Okay. Should be nice and smooth this time. And then Sunday morning, we'll do the Tai Chi sword. And back on Tuesday, Tai Chi Tuesdays. Okay. It's all in here. Center. One more time. Again, use that light. Visualize the light. That pushes out, expand it. Inhale, expand it out. Okay. Bring it in, all the way up, expand it out. Okay. It's the energy, not the saber that's going out. use that color, that light. Bring it out, inhale. Yeah, and then center down the middle and just relax and breathe. Feel it. Yeah. And then from the heart inside, to all of you guys, light warriors, good job. Okay, let that light shine through now. Alrighty. And you can always practice, do your best. And just remember, always breathe and take your time. Okay? Take your time. Don't have to go fast. Be wary of the surroundings. Yeah. Practice what you remember. Alrighty. Well, take care now. Thank you. Yeah.